Hello everyone, welcome Lead School at Home. We have started third chapter of economics in unit third, that is money and credit. In the previous video, we have learned about money as a medium of exchange, then modern forms of money and loan activities of banks. These point earlier video we have seen already. Now we will move towards the next point, that is terms of credit. Please student, put your textbook in front of you while watching this video and be ready with your pen, pencil and notebook. And I hope that everyone has completed yesterday's homework. Now we will see terms of credit. Every loan agreement specifies an interest rate which the borrower must pay to the lender along with the repayment of the principal. In every loan agreement specifies interest rate and the borrower must pay that interest along with the principal. Suppose the rate of interest is 10% and the borrower has taken 100 rupees as a loan, then he has to pay interest plus principal, means 100 plus 10, 110 rupees he has to pay to the lender. In addition, lenders may demand collateral, means security against loans. In addition, lenders also demand for collateral. Now, meaning of collateral means security against the loan. Here, the word is collateral. See, the meaning has given. Collateral is an asset that the borrower owns, such as land, building, vehicle, livestock, deposits with the banks, and uses this as a guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. Now collateral means already has given. Collateral is an asset that the borrowers owns. It may be land, building, vehicle, livestock, or deposits with the banks, and uses this as a guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid by the borrower. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender has the right to sell the asset and collateral to obtain payment. And if the borrower fails to repay the loans, means when he will unable to repay the loan, unfortunately that time the lender has the right to sell that borrower's asset or collateral to obtain his payment. Property such as land titles, deposits with banks, livestock are some common example of collateral used for borrower. And in this case, lender will sell property such as land titles, deposits with banks, livestock are some common examples of collateral used for borrowing. Now we will move towards on next page. Now on this page, a house loan has given. Mega has taken a loan of rupees 5 lakh from the bank to purchase a house. Mega, who has taken a loan of rupees 5 lakhs from the bank to purchase a house. The annual interest rate on the loan is 12% and annual interest on that loan is 12% and the loan is to be repaid in 10 years in monthly installment and the loan is to be paid in 10 years on a monthly installment basis. Megha had to submit to the bank documents showing her employment records and salary before the bank agreed to give her the loan. And Megha had submitted to the bank like documents of her employment records and salary statements before the bank agreed to give her the loan. The bank retained as collateral the papers of the new house, which will be returned to Megha only when she repay the entire loan with interest. And when Megha will repay that entire loan with interest, that time bank will return her documents which she has provided to the bank. Now here fill in the blanks has given and that fill in the blanks is depend upon this paragraph. Please student do as a homework. Now we will move towards the next and in this paragraph we will see interest rate, collateral and documentation requirement and the mode of repayment together compromise what is called the terms of credit. Now in short answer for board this question will become define terms of credit and the answer is interest rate, collateral and documentation requirement and the mode of repayment together compromise what is called the terms of credit. The terms of credit vary substantially from one credit agreement to another and these terms of credit is vary from one credit arrangement to another. They may vary depending on the nature of the lender and the borrower and this credit term is depend on the nature of the lender and the borrower. The next section will provide examples of the varying terms of credit in different credit arrangements and the next session will provide examples of the varying terms of about credit in different credit arrangement. Now some questions are there. Please student these questions also do for homework. If any problem in solving these two questions means above which I have told earlier, that is this bracket and this one, that is let's work these out, then ask me. Now we will move towards on next page. On this page variety of credit arrangements. Example of a village. Rohit and Ranjan had finished reading about the terms of credit in class. Rohit and Ranjan, who had finished reading about the terms of credit in their class, they were eager to know the various credit arrangements that existed in their areas. And after reading about the terms of credit in the class, they were eager to know the various credit arrangement that existed in their area. There were three questions. Are there? Who were the people who provided credit? Who were the borrowers? What were the terms of credit? They decided to talk to some people in their village. And these three questions they have, and they decided to talk to some people in their village. Read what they record. Now we will read what they record now. On 15th November 2016, we head directly for the fields where most farmers and laborers would be working at this time of the day. They directly went in the field where most farmers and laborers were working at this time of that day. The fields are planted with potato crops, and that field are planted with potato crops. We first met Shaman, a small farmer in Sonpur, a small irrigated village. Rohit and Ranjan first meet to Shaman, who is a small farmer in that Sonpur village. Shamal tells us that every season he needs loans for cultivation on his 1.5 acres of land, and Shamal told to Rohit and Ranjan that he needs loans for cultivation on his 1.5 acres of land. Till a few years back, he would borrow money from the village money lender at an interest rate of 5% per month, that is 60 per annum. And till a few years back, he would borrow money from the village lender at an interest rate of 5% per month. It means yearly 60% per annum. For the last 2 years, Shaman has been borrowing from an agriculture trader in the village at an interest rate of 3% per month. But now Shamal has been borrowing from an agriculture trader in the village at an interest of 3% per month. At the beginning of the cropping season, the trader supplies the farm's inputs on credit, which is to be repaid when the crops are ready for harvest. And at the beginning of the cropping season, the trader supplies the farm inputs on credit, which is to be repaid when the crops are ready for harvest. Beside the interest charge on the loan, the trader also make the farmer's promise to sell the crop to him. And beside the interest charge on the loan, the trader also makes the farmer's promise to sell the crop to him. This way, the trader can ensure that the money is repaid promptly, and in this way, the trader can ensure that the money is repaid. Also, since the crop prices are low after the harvest, the trader is able to make profit from buying the crop at a low price from the farmers and then sell it later when the price has risen. Since the crops prices are low, After the harvest, the trader is able to make profit from buying the crop at a low price from the farmer and then selling it later when the price has risen. Means the trader make two ways profit. First, he will take crop at a low price from the farmer and then he will sell that later when the price has risen in the market. Means first time he will get profit from farmer and second profit when he will sold that crop in the market when price is high on that time. Now we will move towards the next. We next meet Arun, who is supervising the work of one farm labor. Now next, Rohit and Ranjan meet Arun, who is supervising the work of one farm labor. Arun has 7 acres of land. Arun has 7 acres of land. He is one of the few persons in Sonpur to receive bank loans for cultivation, and he is one of the few persons in Sonpur to receive bank loan for cultivation. Now here Arun is taking loan from the bank and here Shamal has taken loan from money lender and after that agriculture trader. The interest rate on the loan is 8.5% per annum and can be repaid anytime in the next 3 years. See here, Shamal interest rate is 5% per month when he taken loan from money lender, and next time when he has taken loan from agriculture trader, interest rate is 3% per month, and here 8.5% per annum is there. If we see in first case it 60% per annum, here it is 8.5% per annum, and when we calculate in this case 3% means 12 3s are 36% per annum. Arun plans to repay the loan after harvest by selling a part of the crop, and Arun plans to repay that loan after harvest by selling a part of crop. He then tends to store the rest of the potatoes in a cold storage and apply for a fresh loan from the bank against the cold storage receipt. He then intends to store the rest of the potatoes in a cold storage. Now cold storage means is basically a term which refers to frozen storage facility usually used to preserve food, that is vegetable, meat, to store also pharmaceutical products, and apply for a fresh loan from the bank against the cold storage receipt. The bank offers this facility to farmers who have taken crop loan from them, and bank will offer to those farmers who have taken crop loan from them. Now we will see the next. Rama is working in a neighboring field. Now Rohit and Ranjan meet Rama, who is working in a neighboring field. She works as an agriculture laborer, and she works as an agricultural laborer. There are several months in the year when Rama has no work and needs credit to meet the daily expenses. There are several months in the year where Rama has no work and she needs credit to meet her daily expenses. Expenses on a sudden illness or a function in the family are also made through loans, and that expenses on a sudden illness or a function in the family, that time she want loans. Rama has to depend on her employer, a medium landowner in Sonpur, for credit, and Rama depend on her employer, who is a medium landowner in Sonpur. The landowner charges an interest rate of 5% per month. Rama repays the money by working for the landowner. Most of the time, Rama has to take a fresh loan before the previous loan has been repaid. Now she repay the money by working for the landowner who lent loan at interest rate of 5% per month. Most of times Rama has to take a fresh loan before the previous loan has been repaid. At present she owes the landowner rupees 5,000, and at present she owes to the landowner rupees 5,000. Though the landowner doesn't treat her well, she continues to work for him since she can get loan from him when in need. The landowner who doesn't treat her well, but she continue to work for him since she can take loans from him when in need. Rama tells us that the only source of credit for the landless people in Sonpur are the landowner employers. And Rama told to Rohit and Ranjan that the only source of credit for the landless people in Sonpur are the landowner and employers.